Did you know that there are 6 different airports that straddle the US-Canadian border? Some of them have the border running right down the middle of the airstrip, and others have one end of the runway in one country and the other in the other country. I'm going to show you where these 6 airports are, and at the end we'll discuss why these might exist. The first of these 6 airports is the Avey Field State Airport. It's a public airport and it's located in the state of Washington and the province of British Columbia. Most of the landing strip is actually in the state of Washington, but as you'll see here, part of the northern part of the landing strip is in the province of British Columbia. It's close to 2 border service offices for each country, and it's an international port of entry for both countries. So you can land here and then check in with whichever country you're entering. This airport is closest to the town of Christina Lake in British Columbia and Laurier in the state of Washington. The next international airport is the Whetstone International Airport, also called the Bonita Airstrip. This straddles the US state of Montana and the Canadian province of Alberta. But when you look at a map, it almost appears that the airport is mainly within the Canadian side of the border, even though it's operated by the US state of Montana and the Montana Department of Transportation. The next international airport is the Kautz International Airport. It's located next to a very busy highway crossing at Kautz, Alberta, or Sweetgrass, Montana. The airport's operated by the Montana Aeronautics Division, and it's a port of entry for Canada. This airstrip runs almost exactly down the middle of the international border. Moving further east across the prairies is the Conorak-Scobie Border Station Airport. This is within the Canadian province of Saskatchewan and the US state of Montana. It's owned by the US and Canadian governments. The International Peace Garden Airport is in Roulette County, North Dakota, and it just borders the Canadian province of Manitoba. The airport is located mainly within North Dakota, with the very northern part in Manitoba. It is a port of entry for Canada and the United States, and there is a small landing strip where you can tie down your aircraft on the Canadian side. The furthest east of these airports is the Piney Pine Creek Border Airport in the state of Minnesota and the Canadian province of Manitoba. On one side is Piney, Manitoba, on the other side is Pine Creek, Minnesota. This airport crosses the border at a slight angle with portions of the runway in either country. Originally, the airport was located entirely in the US, but it was extended at one point to the north across the border into Canada because of a road on the south side that didn't allow them to keep the entire airport within the United States. So why do these airports exist? Well, if you look on Wikipedia, the airports were built prior to the US entering World War II. At the time, the United States was delivering aircraft to Canada but wanted to maintain their neutrality. So the airplanes would be landed on the American side, rolled across the border, where Canadian pilots would get in them and then fly them off into the United Kingdom. This practice ended when the US officially entered the war. If you're a pilot, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you landed on any of these airstrips? Were you doing a flight within one country? Or did you actually utilize the services of the border crossing when you landed? If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. I just started this channel, and I'd like to release more interesting videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching.